notification bell and never miss a video. Don't forget to subscribe and follow me on Instagram. Hey guys, welcome back to MegInWhispers. Welcome to another video. Today we're going to be making homemade pasta salad or macaroni salad. I just don't actually have any macaroni elbows, so I'm going to be using these other shapes, of the name of which I've forgotten, so I'm sorry. Before we get started, I just want to remind you guys to please go ahead and click the link in the description to go vote on our next viewer's choice video, so that way I can know which video you want to see. So the link is right there in the description. Go ahead, take a second to vote before you get all settled in and relaxed, and we'll get started in just a moment. I'm gonna eat one of these pasta pieces. Okay, so let's get started. Now I'm going to be following a recipe, but I'm going to be following it very loosely because this amount of macaroni or pasta that we're starting off with is kind of off from what the true proportion is supposed to be. And so I figured, since we're starting with the amount of pasta that's already kind of off, I might as well just wing the rest of it. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to be starting off with, of course, our pasta. You want to ensure that it has been boiled and cooked through. And then you want to go ahead and drain it and then just let it cool to like room temperature, or you can even let it cool in the fridge a bit. The important thing is that you do not ever want to start off making macaroni or pasta salad with pasta that is warm or hot, because anytime that you add a fat or an oily substance or a creamy substance like a dressing or something to that effect, it's going to become hot and melty, and it's just going to kind of denature how the texture is supposed to be. So you want to make sure that you're using like room temperature or colder pasta. The other tip I want to share with you is after you boil it and you drain it, do not rinse it with water, because you want to let all of that water, drain out. You don't want to rinse it with water to stop the cooking process or to cool it down. You want to let it cool down by itself, and you want to let it, just drain naturally. And the reason is, if you do rinse it with cold water, you're going to be rinsing off a lot of the starchiness that is supposed to be on the pasta pieces, so that they can cling to the sauce that you put on them. So this goes for macaroni salad, but this also goes for any pasta recipe that you're working on. You want to ensure that you're leaving that starchiness, that stickiness, that quality to the pasta, so that it can kind of grab on and hold on to whatever sauce that you're using with it. So the recipe calls for 1.5 cups of mayo, and I think between these two different mayonnaises that I have here, I have a paleo one, and then I also have a organic almonds one. I think between the two of them I might have like a cup, but we'll see how it goes. So I'm gonna uncap the first jar of mayo. I'm just going to go ahead and place all the contents into our pasta bowl. So that finishes off our first jar of mayo. Next, we're going to go on to the second jar. Again, I am winging these amounts, but I think it'll be fine. I'm going to start to just mix this in right now while we're on it. As you can tell, this pasta has been cooling for a while. Now the thing about adding sauce to a pasta salad is that you want to give it about an hour at least of time to kind of settle and absorb that sauce. So after I'm done mixing all of this in, I'm going to give it a taste at the end, of course, but before I actually, eat this, I am going to give it plenty of time to just rest and absorb the sauce that we're going to be making. So although this looks pretty evenly distributed right now, I don't want it to be dry later, and so I am going to continue to put a bit more of the mayo on this as the base of that sauce. There's only a little bit left. But this way I'm just using up my mayo, and I'm also going to ensure that the pasta is still going to be saturated but not dry later on. Okay, so that's pretty much it for our second bottle of mayo. I'm going to put that aside and just completely get this mixed in. Okay. Now the next ingredient that it calls for is 3 tablespoons of sour cream. You can do that if you want. I don't have sour cream with me today, so I'm going to skip that. The next one that it tells us is 3 tablespoons of cider vinegar. Now I do have some Bragg's organic apple cider vinegar right here, which I'm going to add in. But I don't have a tablespoon measurement, so we're gonna wing it. I'm just gonna use this spoon as like a very rough estimate. Okay. And I'm only gonna be using 2 tablespoons, or whatever that was, because this recipe calls for 16 ounces of pasta, and I'm only using 12. So I don't want to add in all 3 of those tablespoons. I want to add in less, because if I add in all 3, that would overpower things. And apple cider vinegar does have a strong taste to it, and I really don't want it to overpower anything. Now, why do we put vinegar in here? We put it in because it adds that element of tanginess to the pasta salad to kind of counteract the creaminess of the mayo. So it really is going to lead to more balanced flavors. Okay, next we're going to do 1 teaspoon of yellow mustard, and guess what? I don't have a teaspoon measurement, so we're gonna wing it. Just gonna put this around, get a little bit over here. Okay, and I'm gonna mix. Now I will say, I've never actually made this recipe before, but I feel like it's gonna be good. I feel confident about this. I also think it's good to just like try and wing recipes sometimes. It's a little bit more fun that way. There's not as much cleanup because you don't have to clean up all the little tools and measuring things. I'm sure it'll turn out fine. If not, I'll learn for next time. But I think it'll be fine. Okay, so we're all set with the yellow mustard. Next, it's calling for 2 teaspoons of sugar. Again, don't have a measurement, so let's just eyeball this. Now this is brown sugar. Just putting in like the tiniest amount. So what I just did is probably 1 teaspoon. Now here's the deal with the sugar. It's gonna counteract the tanginess of the apple cider vinegar. But this is why it's so important to let all of these flavors meld for like an hour or 2, or best would probably be like 4 hours or overnight. But you want everything to meld because you don't want to be eating this and then like bite into a random chunk of sugar. Probably the best idea would have just been to pre-mix the sauce and then add it onto the pasta, but you can do that when you cook it yourself or when you make it yourself. But I like to do it like this. Why not? I did go up to 1 teaspoon with the mustard, but I think that's fine because mustard is not too harsh of a taste. It's like pretty dynamic. I don't think it'll overpower things. Okay. That's pretty mixed in. Next we're going to add in 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper. So really that just means we're going to mix in some. Does not have to be a ton. I'm using freshly ground black pepper. We'll do 1 more sweep. There we go. Mix that in. And then the last ingredient is going to be salt. Other things that you could absolutely add is celery, bell peppers, carrots, anything to add like some crunchiness, maybe some onions, all that good stuff. I'm not doing that right now just because I wanted to make this quick and just pretty much make the sauce and the flavoring. Okay. Next is going to be a bit of salt. I'm not going to add in too much of this. That's pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and give this a taste. Okay. This absolutely does taste like really good deli style macaroni salad. And I would recommend this recipe. It would especially be good, of course, with those vegetables added. The vegetables are probably the most important part. I just didn't have any, you guys, in stock at my house, so I do apologize for that. But I like what I have here, and I can always add those in later. Now, if you go to let this settle and you find that it does end up a little bit dry later, that's totally fine. All you need to do is add a little bit, just a touch of either water, milk, or mayonnaise, or sour cream to just kind of rehydrate things and then mix that in thoroughly. The key with doing that, though, is you just need to go a little bit at a time. Do not add in a lot, because then you're going to find things are out of balance. So really just do a little bit at a time, and then mix and mix and mix until things settle together and it has been rehydrated. Alright, you guys, I am going to store this in my fridge. I'm going to eat more of it later. You can put this on the side with a dinner, a lunch, a picnic. It's a great little side dish, especially for springtime and summertime. Although, why not have it any time of year? I really like pasta salad, and I think that homemaking it is super easy. You know, it really only took me about 15 minutes tops, and it was pretty fun. Alright, you guys, I hope you have a great day or night whenever you're watching this. Hope this video was relaxing and informative, and you learned a little bit about making pasta salad. Let me know if you give this recipe a try, and let me know what you think about it and how you change it for yourself, because I think it's always fun to experiment in the kitchen and just tweak things to the way that you like them. Okay, you guys, don't forget to vote on that poll for our next Viewer's Choice video, and don't forget to subscribe if you enjoyed. I have tons of other videos with all these other topics. Go ahead and explore them. Okay, you guys, I will see you in the next video. Bye.